Great wedding speeches bring people to the verge of tears. Happy tears, that is, and then back to laughter so people can connect with the emotion of the day and the love shared by the happy couple. When giving your speech, however, you can be just as moved to tears remembering some of the stories and lines that you've been writing. While the guests and the wedding party will fully appreciate the personal stories and emotional tones from the speeches, it is really important that you're able to continue with your speech even after delivering some knockout lines. A few tears and wobbles in the voice are okay during the speech. Remember in the practice sessions to leave pauses so that they can hit home for the guests and keep them reeled in for the duration of the speech, but you should be able to collect yourself, take a deep breath and carry on to the end of the speech. A good rule of thumb here is to give the emotional bits before the funny bits. Give people the emotional punch before bringing them back to the happy event that they are attending. It will resonate much more with them if you do the funny bits first and leave them with the emotion. It might cause a problem for the following speakers and affect the mood of the wedding party. By all means, start funny, get emotional, and then end funny again. The main message is to make sure that you leave the guests feeling happy and upbeat at the end of your speech. While this can be accomplished with the toast, this really should be celebrating the couple and cheering their future rather than bringing back the group. Remember, when you are practicing your speech out loud, to leave the necessary pauses for the deep breaths and let some of the points land home for the guests. You might know what's coming next, but they don't, so give them a moment to take in what you're sharing and give yourself a moment or two to compose yourself for the most moving parts for you. If you know that you're going to need it, perhaps have a handkerchief or some tissues ready to grab while you're going through the emotional parts of your speech, so you can take a moment and a breath to gather yourself. Make sure to keep your head up and take regular deep breaths as you're speaking to help keep you composed and not feeling like you're under pressure. You have practiced these lines over and over again, so while you know your impact, you will be swept up in the emotion of the day. You should be able to keep yourself on track with a few voice wobbles and a tear or two to wow the guests, and more importantly the bride and groom, with your personal, memorable lines and stories.